Welcome to Boys episode 137. I'm Robbie Ray.
I'm Josh.
I'm Dylan.
And we have a great show for you tonight. But first, a bit of business. Boyspodcast.com. I've said it once. I've said it 137 times at this point. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more.
Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, anywhere on the World Wide Web that you get your podcasts regularly. Guess what? We're there. Leave a review on iTunes. Subscribe. Donate. We got a donate button on that website.
Listen, we've been doing this for a while, and I think it's about time, if you haven't left a review, just mosey on over there, tap your little divots into your cell phone screen, into your computer keys, or whatever the kids are doing these days. TikTok us.
Oh, God damn it. Do not TikTok us.
We'll get into that later.
I'm sure that people
Hopefully.
know how it works, but if you leave us a 5-star review and write us a little blurb or whatever about how we're doing, it helps us out on iTunes and lets other people see our show.
Yeah, it helps us climb the ranks.
Yeah, if you like our show, other people might like our show.
And all it takes is just a click. Click of a mouse.
Well, it's a click for the review, the star rating, and then several clicks in succession with spacebar in between for that sweet, sweet, sweet comment. We love you for it. Continue with the intro.
Go ahead and email us at boysatboyspodcast. You shoot us some feedback. We'll shoot you some stickers. I don't know. Let us know about cool things you did growing up, and maybe we'll talk about it. I don't know.
We're sitting on a stack of these beautiful boy stickers. They're a matte finish. They're a circle sticker, floral logo, full color, stickable.
Put it on your guitar case. Put it on your car.
They're the most stickable stickers we've ever ordered. I know the most about stickies.
Huh.
I also know about our sponsors, Anthem Brewing. Let's take a moment to enjoy the smells, the tastes, the sight of the Anthem sitting before us. What do you got there, Josh?
Anthem, we got a growler filled at Anthem. It's the OK Oat. It's an oatmeal stout, English oatmeal stout, made just for this half winter, half fall weather we've been having every 10 minutes. That's on their website. I like that. That's very cute. Because it is. It's not a heavy stout.
It's not.
But it's nice and tasty. It's at the tap room. They got a couple of new beers on the tap room right now. On the tap room, at the tap room. Go visit them on Southeast 4th Street.
Just outside of Oklahoma City.
Right outside.
It's a great spot.
It's a cool spot. I was there today for the first time, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, like you walk in and you're like, man, it's legit here.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And they're expanding the fuck out of it, too. They're doing a lot.
Yeah.
Really.
Thank you to Jesse, all those guys and gals over at Anthem Brewing. And lastly, before I thank you all, I have two more sponsors I almost forgot about. FatBison.com. Good man, good wood, only slightly racist. Check him out at FatBison.com. He'll make you some furniture.
I like the song. I'll make you some furniture.
Lastly, there's one more.
Champion Vintage, not racist at all.
No,
whatsoever.
the opposite.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Ran by two amazing women. Champion Vintage, OKC, on Instagram. Check them out. All the shit they have is there on Instagram. You see something you like in a picture, you click it.
You slide into their DMs, and it's that easy. It's that simple.
Tell them Boy sent you, you get 10% off. They're still running that deal.
It's a sweet-ass deal.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the thank you. Thank you all for listening. Thank you just for appreciating us week after week in our humor, whatever, however funny we are, however interesting we are, however wonderful and soothing our voices are. Just thank you. Thank you, thank you. We're going to get to the show, but we got a few minutes to kill, so I figured we could just talk. And
Can we talk about something that's the elephant in the room?
Well, we could, but do we need to?
Do you want to say?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you alluding to?
Well, there's something on your fucking head.
Yeah.
And
That's the elephant in the room.
the elephant in the
Robbie.
room is this giant bucket hat you have on your head. And here's the thing. It's not as giant as I thought it was going to. It almost looks like, you remember Strawberry Shortcake, the character? Strawberry?
Yeah.
It's like a Strawberry Shortcake
Like a
hat.
bonnet?
It's almost like a bonnet.
Well, when you wear earphones, yes,
yeah,
it's a
'cause
bonnet.
It's pressing it like a
Oh,
bonnet.
yeah, it's not bucketing correctly.
No, it's not.
It's bonneting.
Well, we're just into 2019.
Uh-huh.
Just a week and a hair in, and I've been trying some new looks.
Yeah.
Things are changing. I mean, my life is rapidly changing, so I'm just searching for myself.
You know, some people call that midlife crisis.
That's what it is. The 3/4 life crisis. Knowing my liver, but I'm trying some looks. So this weekend, I had Kate throw some braids in my hair. It was cool. I kind of liked it. It was nice.
It was cool.
Then I thought I'd up the ante, and I ordered a bucket hat. It's a real new radical, if you will.
It definitely is.
And I got it in the mail Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is so weird because growing up, the mail never ran on Sundays. You didn't get shit. You didn't get
no,
dick
nothing,
on Sundays.
Nothing happened on Sundays.
Now in these modern times, I get all my Amazon packages. It seems like they just save them for Sunday and just drop them off.
You got 3 on Sunday.
Yeah, it's crazy.
At all different parts of the day. Like, it was kind of funny.
I like that. Is that a song title for your new Radicals cover band? Save it for Sunday.
Yeah, it's my first album is going to be the untold story of my bucket hat delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did. I thought I'd try something new, and so I got it in last night. And
did you immediately put it on the old
Sunday
head?
Night. I did. I pulled it out. It was folded up and like crammed in a small box. So I pulled it out and I was like, this isn't gonna work. So I tried it on. It fit. I have a humongous head. Humongous, massive melon. I think I wear like a 7 5/8 hat.
Yeah, me too.
Which is big, real big.
I got a big head too.
But you have thick hair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
I
it's
do
even
not.
worse.
Yeah, right.
Like if I want to wear hats, which I never do, but if I wanted to, like I have a giant head with huge hair, so I have to have the biggest hat, and then when I put it on, my hair's like
yeah
on the outside of it.
You got a real Gallagher on your hands.
Look like a goofball.
Yeah.
So
you look like an upside down mushroom cloud.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't. That's why I don't have hats. I used to.
Understandable. But yeah, so I was like, man, I really need something new. I really need something to
spice it up, something to change,
spice up my life. And I thought about it, and one of my favorite rap groups of all time is Cypress Hill.
Noted.
I've loved them since I was 14. I wear them proudly on my sleeve, sometimes on my chest, and I was
sometimes on your belly.
The weird low print. I have been watching some of their old music videos on YouTube, and I was like, man, you know what? Those dudes can pull off the bucket. And I thought, could I? So I got it in the mail last night, wrinkled as hell.
Did you iron it?
I washed it.
Okay.
I washed my bucket.
Okay, we're in a dark studio. It looks purple. Is it purple?
It's gray.
Okay.
It's dark gray. It's probably this red light shining on it.
Okay,
right
yeah,
behind
that's probably
me.
what it is.
So I washed it, dried it, popped it out of the dryer, threw it on my head. I'm going in the bathroom like I just got a new haircut. I'm like, okay, can I pull this off?
Are you trying to like form it?
Yeah, it's not really formable. See, the thing about a good bucket is floppy.
Yeah.
You just throw it on and just don't care.
Yeah.
You just toss it on your head.
For sure.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I think I could pull this off. Maybe not with headphones, but it's like, I think, could I wear this unironically? And I had it. So last night, every night before I go to bed, I always set my clothes out for work the next day because like the last thing I want to do is like put together this in the morning. I got to plan this shit.
You put your clothes out?
I lay them out. I like lay all my clothes out.
Like first day of school?
Pretty much.
Every night?
Every night. That way when I get up, I just reach, throw them on, and I'm good to go.
See, I do the same thing because I take my jeans off and leave them right next to the bed because when I wake up, I'm going to change my undies and put those jeans right back on.
You don't even like throw them over your computer chair or something?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Gross.
Oh, you got to keep the bugs out of them or something?
I guess. I don't know. The raccoons. So I put the bucket hat on top of my stack of clothes. I was like, I'm wearing this to work.
Oh, hold on. So it was, I'm assuming, pant, shirt folded, and then the bucket right on top. Like you're like a spy in a spy movie, how they have all of their stuff freshly, like the suit and the tie, and then the shoes are right next to you. Like,
or like a picture from The Rapture. When your body leaves your clothes and it's just a stack of clothes in ascending order. Oh. I had some socks in there.
The bucket's the last to fall.
Yeah, of course. And I put it on this morning and I was like, I can't do this.
It's not ready. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I want to premiere it on the show.
You're gonna ease into it.
I'm going to ease into the bucket.
Okay. So are you gonna? So here's the thing with the bucket. I wore a bucket. I think there's once or twice in junior high did I adorn a bucket, but my bucket was a very New Radicals bucket. It was like a light baby blue.
Did it have some stripes on it?
It had the stripe around the band, like around just right where it starts to bucket.
Yeah, where the bucket meets the top.
Yeah, where the bucket meets the top. There's the blue and white stripe ribbon that goes around it or whatever. And there's photographic evidence of it. I've got to find it now. I'm wearing because again, I was a trash kid. I was wearing a jumpsuit.
Wait, was this like a garbage bucket?
No, it was a bucket hat.
Young Josh was super confused.
But I was wearing a
KFC bucket?
I was wearing a shit brown short sleeve coveralls, like a jumpsuit with the bucket.
Okay, bucket and jumpsuit, that's a whole new level.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I was mixing, I was kind of what you're doing now, but at like 14, where I'm trying to like mix styles. I'm like, well, I really like Green Day. They're like my favorite band. Mike Dirnt wears jumpsuits all the time. That looks cool. I'll do that. But I also like Cypress Hill, but they look cool in bucket hats. So I'll just put the bucket hat on with it.
Yeah, you're just mixing styles, man. You're just merging.
How'd that go?
I thought I looked cool as shit.
Yeah.
I looked at the picture. No. I would have beat my ass at a church camp, because that's where it was. I was at church camp in the picture.
That's when you try the new styles out.
No, you
don't want to do it at school.
No.
You're gonna do it where you see people for a week, but you don't ever have to see them again.
No.
You just try it out,
And they're all Christians. They're all decent kids.
Yeah.
It's like a safe space.
Yeah, they're not gonna say anything mean, but if they say like, "Huh," then you know they wanted to say, "You look fucking dumb."
Yeah, but you're not going to get beat up at church camp.
No,
And I'll
you
tell
won't.
you what, I'm 37 years old. I had to think. My birthday's coming up. I'm 37 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a little too late to be trying these wacky new styles.
No, I think, man, you only got one life to live, man. Our trip on this rock is short and sweet. So I say, get another one.
Get two?
Get two. Buy one of those quilted flannel shirts that they wear.
That's the next step. So
Those are tight as fuck.
I got the T-shirt. I got the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing, well, I guess I need some like Dickies. The last thing is, the lined flannel shirt that are like very boxy. They've got like the lining inside
Quilted
with the
lining,
diamond
yeah.
shape. Yeah, the quilted. And they're thick. They're
super
boxy.
They're comfortable too.
I had one of those in junior high, and man, did I think I was cool. That was about the time I started listening to CH, as I call them.
Yeah, I still have my grandpa's that I wore in junior high. It's like blue and white, and dude, it's one of the most, because it keeps you warm while not being hefty,
And it looks great.
It looks great. So, when's the last time you put on a pair of Dickies? Been a while.
Many years.
So, do you think you might try to complete the ensemble and go Dickie pants shopping?
I think I'm going to modernize. I think I'm going to stick to the joggers, man.
Yeah.
It's my look. It's my thing. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
I wear.
I was gonna
now.
say you should keep the joggers. Like, get the maybe get one size larger than you normally would with
for the baggy effect.
Yeah,
for the shirt.
For the shirt,
Okay.
Get like one size larger, right? So you have the tight pants baggy shirt, 2019, and I think you'd be good. I mean, I feel like that might be a look that could work.
It might, dude. And I got long hair. You know, I'm I'm a little different.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not your normal run of the mill boy.
Yeah.
I think I can pull this off. Now,
Yeah.
you're right. With the headphones, I look like Little House on the Prairie. But without, I think it's a great look.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The bucket hat can be for many style. Again, you put the singer of New Radicals next to the dude from Cypress Hill. They're both wearing bucket hats, but it's an entirely different look.
Hold on, not to cut you off, but so we've talked about New Radicals. We've talked about Cypress Hill. Name another.
Bucket hat band?
Do they
Boys would
bucket?
wear 'em.
The Backstreet Bucket?
Yeah.
Boys?
Yeah, there's a member of
Bucket.
Backstreet Boys that wore one.
Or and if Backstreet Buckets did it,
Am I?
NSYNC Your Buckets
Yep.
did it too.
NSYNC Your Buckets? They also did the visor.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Upside
hat?
down,
Yeah.
upside down backwards visor for some fucking reason. Never do that.
I don't want to hat shame,
Yeah.
but do you remember when it was cool to wear a visor upside down and backwards.
Yeah, it was called the spoiler.
We called it the spoiler or the rain catcher.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why would you wear a visor? It's a hat with so you can spike your hair up through it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get the bucket. See, there's a shade all the way around.
Right.
Yeah.
So the tops of my ears, my neck, and my brow are all protected.
Yeah.
Like a fly fisherman wears a bucket hat.
Yeah.
I got one, and I'm waiting for y'all to say it.
I don't know.
Gilligan.
That's
Oh, yeah.
true.
He's
Gilligan,
the ultimate.
he started it. I think Gilligan started the bucket hat craze.
Wasn't Fred Durst.
Did he wear one?
Fuzzy Kangol.
Was he a fuzzy Kangol?
Was a bucket hat.
See,
yeah.
When I think of Fred Durst, my Fred Durst is the red New York Yankees hat. You know, the color of Yankees hat they never fucking made because.
But you know what? Fred Durst made the red Yankees hat.
Oh, he sure did. He made America great again before Trump.
He made the New York Yankees great again. That is an interesting thing to think about, though. Celebrity hats.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, there's certain hats that just go to a celebrity. You got the Jamiroquai hat.
That's Jamiroquai only. The Arby's hat. Fucking
Pharrell. The Spin Doctor's hat.
Spin Doctor's hat.
Which is like the beanie with the ear flaps and like
The
cords.
dangle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dangle.
Samuel L. Jackson, the Kangol, the fuzzy Kangol.
Mm-hmm. David Lee Roth, the captain's hat.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Maybe that'll be the next in the
Angus
progression.
Young's schoolboy hat.
Yeah, like the what is that called?
It's like a felt hat, but it's
yeah.
And then now the new worst singer of AC/DC, he has the hat too. He wears hats like Josh wears.
Yeah,
But
like
his
the
are
bowler
like
hat.
leather.
Yeah,
His are like, the leather not cabbie hat, newsboy hat, I
Yeah.
guess you would
So
call
he
it.
can clean the cum off of it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gallagher. I mean,
Yeah, he had the same hat. He had the
Classic
same
hat.
I mean, the cowboy hat's a
Who wore it
given.
better?
That's easy.
Yeah.
Gallagher, bro.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, I believe, sported a Kangol at times.
Okay, so what's
he
that
had-
Kangol?
he
He's
had
the
the
beaver
derby.
skin derby. Yeah, beaver skin.
There's two main Kangols. There is the bucket hat Kangol, but it's fuzzy.
Mhm.
It's like hairy.
Okay.
And then there's like the Samuel L. Jackson Kangol, which is basically the AC/DC guy. Flip that joker around backwards.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Like some kind of weird painter or something.
Celebrity hats. So, guys, if you're listening, if you can think of a celebrity hat that we haven't thought of, email us, Boys of Boys Podcast, or DM us on Instagram.
yeah.
I would like to know. And if you can find a picture, send that along with it.
Slide it into the DMs.
Slide in the old DMs.
I'm racking my brain for
I know.
more
I'm like,
celebrity
there's got to be a
hats right
fucking
now.
celebrity who had a hat.
Did any celebrity wear like the Viking helmet? Flavor Flav, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he did rock that Viking helmet. But that was
Yeah.
only in the Flavor of Love days.
Yeah, it was short-lived.
He did. He had his other accoutrement, the giant clock. Run DMC. See, it's either a Kangol or a
Yep.
Flava Flav had that hat, but so did Freddie Mercury for one of their videos too.
That's
The Viking hat?
Mhm.
Nice.
It's like a live recording, so he wore it for like a whole damn show. So I mean, that's cool. But he didn't have a hat though. He had a fucking mustache
And the teeth,
And the
man.
teeth.
The old dick scrapers.
That's like, oh god, that's like one of the things. Like if someone gave you a blank piece of paper that just had a mustache and fucked up teeth, you'd be like, yeah, Freddie Mercury.
Well, have you seen that commercial? I think it's like an Amazon Alexa commercial or something, but it's a black screen with a mustache and lips and some jacked ass teeth, and it's singing Queen, and then you're
Yeah.
like, I know that mouth,
Yeah,
which is
I've
what
seen
he
that
said
mouth.
probably many times before he died. He's dead.
Yeah.
AIDS?
Yes.
Was it AIDS?
It was AIDS.
Did him
yeah.
in.
Boy, him and Eazy-E.
Yeah.
Damn. That just got dark.
Eazy-E, classic hat.
The Compton hat?
The White Sox hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dr. Dre. Yeah. Good
Got to
stuff.
put the chrome to the side of his White Sox hat. I tried to rock a White Sox hat when I was a kid because I was into hip hop.
There was a kid
you-
that rode my bus, and if you look at the White Sox logo, just the classic SOX,
Mm-hmm.
you can take a Sharpie and you can mark out part of the O,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it says, hold on. Go ahead.
Sucks.
No. No.
What?
Well, yes, but
Oh, sex.
It says sex.
yeah.
And he did that to his, and I was like, that guy
fucking cool.
That guy fucks. He's 12.
Yeah, if you brand sex anywhere on your body, then you obviously know how to do it because you're telling people, hey, this thing on my head, I do that a lot.
No joke. We were like 12 or 13, and he's walking around with the word sex on his head.
Sick.
And I was just like, bro.
Yeah.
No.
I got in trouble in middle school because I thought that I could get away with wearing a Sex Pistols shirt that like just said Sex Pistols real big on one side and like, you know, had the members in the band on it. And every kid in school just became the biggest fucking narc. They were like, his shirt says sex on it. I'm like, it's a band.
Dude,
like that. Oh,
It's not like you took a Sharpie to it.
no,
You didn't modify it.
It's a graphic tee.
Listen,
my guy. I didn't make this.
It wasn't the Sox Pistols.
Yeah.
Baby, yeah, you can turn it inside out.
Right.
See, that's. I think that's probably the beginning of I'm offended stage.
Yeah.
It says sex on your shirt. But we had Big Johnson. We had
Big Johnson shirts got banned at our school.
they did get banned.
They did in the co-ed naked.
Co-ed naked, which was essentially like horny Far Side comics, pretty much.
Yeah. My buddy Duncan in junior high, he showed up to school one day, excuse me, and he had a corn shirt on. And it was like one of those like bowler type shirts that has like the stripe down one side with like a name badge.
Was it the beer bottle one? Or?
Yeah, it had 40 ounces on the back. It had 3 40 ounces that were like drawn. They weren't even realistic. Just like 3 bottles that said corn brew or something like that on it. Real clever guys. He had. I forgot about that. The old turn it inside out.
Oh, God.
I have totally erased that from my brain.
Turning your shirt
for the last like 20 years until just now.
I never had to turn my shirt inside out, my Sex Pistols shirt.
I had to turn a Green Day shirt inside out
again.
So you got to wear it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but my school was weird in elementary school. Like I was very much a part of. Like,
you're rocking a Sex Pistol shirt in elementary school?
No, I'm sorry.
Punk.
My middle school. My middle school. I was very much like part of the minority because it was a mostly African American school, and all my friends, like, we were like the only like punk kids in school. So like, I had a Sex Pistol shirt on and like real tight like plaid pants and like the bracelets and everything, and so like people didn't really like us until they like got to know us, which was cool. But like at first. No, like, he's got this shirt that says sex on it. Why is he not in trouble right now?
Yeah, I had the only time I turned mine inside out, I had the Green Day shirt. It was with the piece of shit on it, with the flies coming off of it.
Yeah.
They made me turn that inside out.
It's just poo-poo.
It's just poop. We all do it.
It's offensive.
It's a turd. But then I guess you couldn't walk around with like cum on your shirt.
But that's
Why not?
different.
I did it all the time in junior high.
Yeah, that's sexual.
Yeah. Well, I guess shit can be.
It took me a
second.
second. Yeah, I walk around with it all the time with my belly.
Yeah, my khaki dickies had just a permanent.
Yeah.
Pecker tracks on it.
That's what you say. You're like, so this is not cool, but I've got cum stains in my pants. Like, then that's fine.
Yeah. Imagine
Josh, you need to change your pants.
the hip teacher that was like, take that Metallica Load shirt off. I know what that is.
You go, what is it?
It's blood mixed with cum.
Ew.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And then reload.
Had more blood than Kim.
Yeah. So you're gonna rock the bucket hat. I want to. Okay, let's. I'm supporting you.
Okay.
Like you're doing something brave.
I know. He wore a hat. Okay.
But like
there were the first responders to 9/11, and then there was Robbie. He wore a hat.
Yeah, I hope you do. I think it'll work.
I might wear it tomorrow.
You should.
I might.
You need to rock the Malone braids and the bucket.
See, that's what I was thinking.
I was gonna say you'll know for sure when you wear it in the general public.
You mean
not at work? No.
Oh, okay.
Work is work.
That's a
whatever.
roast fest. Yeah.
Like a Saturday, go to the mall with a bucket hat on and see how people look at you.
I don't think they will. They never do.
No, because you're cool.
I've heard comedians say that lately a lot. Like, I'm that age now where no one looks at me. Like,
right.
In a sexual way, in a, hey, that guy's cool sort of way, in a, hey, you're really weird sort of way. Like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm repellent for eyes of everybody. And I'm okay with that. Like, I want to fly under the radar. I like that.
Right.
That's why we do this show. It's like, I don't like to show my face really. Like anytime Kate tries to like put me on Snapchat, I'm always a total dick. I'm just like, no, stop. stop, I don't want to be on there. And I know it breaks her heart, but I'm just like, I don't want to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now with this
Why?
hat, I think the hat's going to bring some confidence.
Maybe.
Yeah. You're going to see a lot more selfies from Robbie Ray in his bucket hat.
Maybe.
Okay, so why do you not want to be on Snapchat?
I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I don't like Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I'm not really like super into like any, I mean, I have an Instagram, all that shit, but like,
Right.
I really can't stand Snapchat for some reason.
Yeah.
I can't even explain it. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Probably because anytime, like when I tried it out years ago, it was just people singing to themselves, like mouthing words to songs in their car.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like that other app that's super cool that everyone's using?
Now TikTok, maybe it'll bring me back around. I purely hate downloaded TikTok
Uh-huh.
just to see what the rage was about after seeing a commercial for it, which I also hated. I'm addicted to it. You know this, Dylan.
I do. Yep.
You know this, Josh.
Yes.
I watch it constantly.
So here's the thing. I would see commercials for it, like if I'm watching something on YouTube and it'll pop up a TikTok commercial and it infuriates the fuck out of me. It's the 5 seconds that it's on. And that's the only time I ever saw it. Now, this is how I know they're listening to us. Scrolling through Instagram, TikTok ad every fucking like 5th post. It's like, fuck you.
Yep. It's a real treat. I watch. Sorry, Dylan, I watch it. I hate scroll the feed.
Yeah.
Because it's so gross.
Yeah.
It's just like weird people lip syncing to the same like 10 songs.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a very small database that they can pull from, or if that's just what's popular right now, or maybe
Right.
the
I wonder if
algorithm
it's
is feeding that to me.
It's like a soundboard kind of thing you pick.
I don't know. I will not make a post. I will not register because you can what I like to call ghost the feed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He who ghosts the feed is a boy who reads. Statuses. Right?
That was really trying to make something rhyme, I think. You were just really trying to make it worked. You barely got it though.
Working on my new act. I'll tell you that other joke again later.
Oh, it's a good one.
Not for the air. I don't sign in, I don't post, I don't do any of that, but you don't have to, and that's what's beautiful. It's kind of like Twitter. Like you can look at Twitter, you can look at the trending shit or whatever.
You can look at Instagram without having Instagram. We go to the website.
Right.
Who gets on Instagram on the computer? Fucking does that shit.
I've done it before. I forget like why, but like it was one of those things that like I had to do it. It's weird. I don't like it.
No,
It's
it's not
super
made for
weird.
that.
No, it's not. It's also not made for like tablets because they're just like we're making it for the phone and then we're just gonna just shit it out on an actual computer and a tablet. It's super weird.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it looks great on my phone, but I pull it up on my iPad. Hey, you want to look at Instagram the size of a postage stamp?
yeah, it's
Great.
like, why are we doing this?
Or you can stretch it and it looks like shit.
yeah, like oh cool.
So basically, what you're saying is, look for boys on TikTok. We'll be on TikTok shortly.
Oh, if it was something we could live stream on, that would be different. Maybe we should start doing that. I know we always dad out about social media, but maybe we should start live streaming our shows at least on Instagram or Facebook,
Hey, I'm down.
MySpace,
100%
Friendster, Zanga,
Hey,
LiveJournal.
tonight's guest, they just started a live stream podcast, so maybe we can talk to him about how they got theirs started.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Way to wrap it around. I guess we do need to get this intro wrapped up. We're going to have Jacob Niceley from the Big News on tonight. Why are you looking at me like that? I know I'm drowning over here, Josh. Help!
Jacob Niceley, Big News Ska, local ska band in Norman, Oklahoma. They are hands down the funnest shit I've seen around in a very long time.
You were a fan.
I'm a fan.
You were straight up a fan. That's cool.
I was what do they call that when I was converted back to ska.
Huh.
Rude boy.
Well, we'll get to it. But first, we're going to play our intro song. All right, we're here with Jacob Niceley of the Big News.
Hey,
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks for coming. It's super nice to meet you, and I'm really excited about chatting with you tonight, as I know Josh is as well. He's a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Big News.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This is good, man. It's super stoked to be here. You guys have a cool setup, and this is awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So let's get this out of the way. So thebignewsband.com.
Yep.
You are a band. Well, you're part of a band.
Yes. I'm in a 5-piece ska band, and we put it out there as much as possible, you know.
Yeah, I see you guys play quite often. Like I did some ghosting on your feed, you know, and just like checking it out, getting a feel for the band, listen to some. Josh has actually been playing it in his car lately, so
Really?
yeah. So
Well,
yeah, it's great, man. What made you want to play ska? Because I'm 37. I was into that third wave of ska.
Yeah.
I loved it. Now, you know, I still totally respect it. Like I love Real Big Fish. I love the Aquabats. I've seen them several times in concert. It's one of the most fun concerts I've ever been to. And
they just had
great musicians.
They had $1 million GoFundMe just now.
Really?
Yeah, about 2-3 months ago.
Did they meet it?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
They were actually shooting
the Aquabats.
Oh, really?
They were shooting for I think $3 million,
Holy cow.
and they hit 1.
Was this for a TV show or?
It was for everything because their TV show got canceled.
Right.
And so they put on a GoFundMe to try and get the TV show back on and put out albums and websites or episodes and everything. And they hit $1 million.
That's insane. So there is money in ska.
Yeah, somewhere.
You only have to be doing it for what, 30 years?
Yeah. So what got you into it, man? Give me some history.
Well, I'm not from Oklahoma City. I'm from a tiny town called Wagner, on the other side of Tulsa.
I've been there.
Have you?
I've known some people there.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I know 'em.
There's like 10 people there.
Yeah.
Real good chance.
Yeah. It's a pretty small town.
Tiny.
So I'm sure you do. Tony Lynn.
Oh, I don't know.
I know the one person. In
Oh my God.
We've done it.
You should introduce them.
No, she was like my best friend's cousin, and like her and I and my best friend would hang out all the time. And I went up to Wagner a few times, like to hang out with her,
Really?
and that is the only time I've ever been there. But yeah,
Tell her to go to Walmart and I'll meet her there.
okay. Yeah, well, she lives in Tulsa now, but yeah, no, I'll be like, hey, I met another person from Wagner. You should go to Walmart.
Isn't it crazy?
And you know what she's going to say? What's his name?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Totally.
I know him.
Oh, I hate when you get that, like, you're out of town, so like you're like in LA or hanging out, or you're just LA.
You're just in LA hanging out, you know.
Well, no, like if you're out somewhere, you're at a bar, you're not in Oklahoma, and someone's like, "Hey, man, where are you from?" Oklahoma. Oh, cool. What part? Oklahoma City. Oh, hey, do you know Chad Kingsley? Why the fuck would I know Chad Kingsley?
You know, there's like 1 million people here, right?
Yeah.
There are so many people.
At least 100,000. So you're growing up in Wagner.
Yeah.
Now, is this a rural area?
Yeah,
Big
pretty
ska
much.
scene in Wagner?
None.
Oh, okay.
None at all. But we did have a small punk scene there, and we actually had like 3 or 4 bands going at the same time. They were all the same age. I found No Effects, and I was hooked. I was like, what is this? Because I was in Slayer.
Let me ask, how did you find No Effects? Because I found them too on accident.
Yeah, me too.
And it was a big moment
Oh, it was.
for me.
I was into Slayer and Korn.
Me too.
And I was just, I could not get heavy enough. It was just wasn't heavy enough. And I
you
kept
guys
going.
are cut from the same cloth here.
Hey there. But it just kept going and going and going. And I was like, man, it's just not heavy enough. And then one of my older brother's friends gave us a mix CD, and it had Franco and American on it. And I was like, this isn't heavy, but it's heavy.
Right.
What is this?
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's like almost like synth sounding. That
Yeah.
wow.
And they were like, this is punk. And I was like, punk? I don't understand. And they were
Does
like,
not
well,
compute.
go check out a CD. So I went to Sam Goody, if you guys remember those.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought No Effects, their like greatest hits or whatever, and it changed me. I was like, this is not heavy, not scary sounding, but heavy and scary sounding. And my mom does not like it.
So I love it.
I love this. I met somebody else who was wearing No Effects clothes. It was the first person I'd ever seen, and I didn't think that anybody knew who they were. And I met him, and I was like, you know No Effects. And he was like 4 years older than me. And he was like, you know No Effects? I was like, I love No Effects. And we started a band. And
now, were you already playing an instrument at this time, or?
I'd been playing guitar for probably 3 years.
Okay.
I was terrible. You know, and a lot of our shows, I would just turn the amp off and act like I was playing. I wasn't. But it worked, you know. And then that, you know, as younger bands do, it just fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I played around for a while by myself. And I was like, you know, I want to start a ska band. I heard Streetlight Manifesto And I was like, what is this?
Streetlight they're like a whole different type of ska too.
Oh yeah.
It's like kind of like stoner ska, I think. You know?
Well, actually, we met with the Toasters record label, and we talked to them for a little bit, and they were going to make a coffee table book about the Toasters and about how they are the bridge between second wave and third wave. It's the Toasters. And I think that Streetlight is the bridge between third and fourth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the fourth wave is here or if it happened already or if it's coming. And that's a big discussion within the scene is it here? Is it coming? Did it already happen? But I found Streetlight Manifesto. Oh, yeah. We're always talking about it. I mean, if you look on any Reddit page for ska, that's what everybody's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the wave.
Well, there's like, I know there's like the Interrupters is a band, and I guess you can call them ska. There's no horns, so is it ska?
Well, see, that's like with me. So my quick NoFX story is I went to the mall because I heard of this band called Blink 182. And my friend had the CD, and I was like, I got to go get that. It's got some bull's nuts on the cover. The songs are funny. They're fast. I like this. I've never heard this before. Josh and I grew up in like the Christian scene. So I listened to Christian music like all growing up. And I went to the mall. I think it was a Blockbuster Music. Remember that? And no, I don't.
No.
They were short-lived.
Yeah.
Short-lived. And I'm looking for this Blink 182 CD, and I asked this girl behind the counter, I'm like, hey, do you have, it's the one with the cow's nuts on the front. And she's like, no, but you should listen to this. And it was the NoFX, I Heard They Suck Live.
Oh, yeah.
And I just looking at the cover, the drawing by Coop, and I was just like, this looks cool. And so I bought it. There wasn't listening stations or anything like that. I bought it, took it home, put it in, and I remember I drew a bath, and I put it on my Discman on the side of the bathtub, and I was just laying like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, listening to NoFX, and I was like, they're talking about cocaine. They're talking about speed and drinking and driving and all this, Doc Martens and shit. And I was like, it's so fast and so terrifying, but I love it. This isn't Blink 182, but I'm so glad I bought this. And then I just like went headfirst into that shit.
Yeah.
Loved it, man. Loved it.
Oh, yeah. One of the first kind of like quote unquote punk moments that I remember in my life is that I went to this guy's house. My grandma dropped me off at his house, and they had a little band thing going, and they wanted me to be a part of it. And I was like, man, I don't know. You guys kind of suck.
Yeah.
And I went inside, and they were like, have you ever heard of the Bad Brains? And I was like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they were like, well, here's the Bad Brains live at CBGB's 1980. I think it was 1980 or 83. And they gave me that DVD. And they were like, have you ever heard of Circle Jerks? And I was like, no. And they gave me that. And they gave me that. And they loaded me up with like 10 CDs. And like, you have to listen to all of this by tomorrow. And so I did, because they're like 20 minutes a piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
Some real punk rock homework right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finished it before dinner. Yeah.
I was 16, and the oldest guy in the band was 26. So I was very much the young guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed everything. I left that day and was like, I don't want anything else ever. But I found out about Streetlight Manifesto a lot later. Well, not a lot, I guess a couple years later. But I decided I want to start a ska band, and I can't start it in Wagner. I'm going to go to college, because horn players go to college. And so I went to college.
Smart.
Dude, that's so smart.
Yeah.
I want to start that's such a weird thing to hear somebody say is, I want to start a ska band. I can't do it here. I'm going to go to college. Like, whoa. Okay. But
Well,
no,
no, because-
that makes perfect sense.
Because colleges have like band, like
Yeah.
and like I tried to do that in high school. I was into ska. And I wanted to start a ska band really bad. And like, okay, I was in choir, and we shared basically a building with the band kids. And I'm like, okay, all of those band kids are fucking nerds. I can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and not like in the cool way. They're just like weird. I'm like, fuck. Do I
Yeah.
ask this fucking 8-foot-tall dweeb to play trombone in a band?
Yeah,
with me?
how do I
Like,
talk to these people? Yeah.
And then how do I convince them that ska is cool?
Yeah.
Because they probably have no fucking clue.
No.
When I was in bands, when I was like 16, we would go go to my friend's house. He was the drummer, and his dad was like real into music and everything. And he was like, you guys should find someone at your school who is in choir who can sing. And we were like, we know all those kids and they are dweebs. And he was like, well, just like show them your music and tell them to grow their hair out. And I was like, what? Like, that's not, I don't know. That's just, it didn't seem like that would ever be a thing that would ever work. But I guess in your case, like, it worked, right?
Kind of. I moved to Chickasha and I went to USAO and I started getting my economics degree. And I actually considered stopping music and just doing economics. And I was the guy that gave you the tour of the college. Like, here's our college. And, like I was so into it. And then I was doing some homework and I realized, like, I'm going to be an economist for Target. I'm not going to have this dream economist job. I'm going to be working for somebody.
You're spending a lot of money for a ticket to the middle.
Hold on. Dream economist job. Like, what would a dream economist job be?
Think tank.
Okay, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My idea of dream economist job would be showing up at the office, us figuring out problems, solutions to those problems, and then going home, publishing them, and somebody buys them. And that's what I was thinking. And then about a year in, I was like, that's probably not happening for 20, 30 years. No, I'm not doing this.
So you went dweeb poaching.
Yep.
You just went and rounded up some dweebs.
I was like, man, Chickasha sucks. God, there's just nothing here. Because I would go to places and I'd be like, hey, what do kids do here for fun? And they'd say, oh man, we party at the college. No, you fucking don't. I live at the college. You don't party there. Nobody parties there.
Wait, are they like pizza parties?
Oh, there was one fraternity. It was in one apartment, and I went to one party.
A fraternity in an apartment.
Oh yeah,
that's some fucking.
That's just you hanging out with your friends.
That's
that's what
house right there, baby.
It was Chad, Steve, Chet, and Brendan. They all lived in this apartment.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to that party, man? Security got called. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it was crap. And so I moved to Norman, and I was like, horn players are at OU. That's where they are. And so I started putting up flyers, and I auditioned countless people, and we made our way to here now.
Dude, that's so smart, though, because one thing that's cool about ska, okay, is it gives band people a way to be cool.
Yeah.
You know, because there's not a lot of musical styles that needs a trumpet player. It's like Lou Bega or, or like El Jefe.
I mean, Guar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does Guar have trumpet? They put it up their butt, though, don't they?
maybe. But
There is the
I
butt
hope so.
trumpets.
butt
Yeah.
trumpet.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah, but it's a great out. You
Yeah,
know?
it
'Cause,
is.
Like, if you go to college for, I don't know, is there a French horn in ska? Probably not, right?
I actually
Sax, trumpet.
there is a
trumpet.
French
Is there?
horn in a ska band from Chicago.
Okay, well, perfect. What are you gonna do with that? Like, you're either gonna play in a symphony,
Maybe.
I don't really know. We had somebody audition that had a PhD in trumpet performance, and I didn't let them try out. I told them no. They were like, how much money does this pay? I have a PhD in trumpet performance, and I was like, this isn't gonna work.
$0.
This pays $0. Maybe a PBR at a show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna lose money.
Yeah.
Now, did you think of naming the band The Economists?
We actually called it 5-Star Gravy first.
Oh, okay. That's a
ska name.
Very,
That's a ska
very
name.
ska.
Every time we got done with a show, they asked me if I was talking about jizz, and so I changed it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Josh, quit salivating. It's the big news is much more catchy.
I was like,
Definitely.
oh,
I've seen your symbol like and like just around Oklahoma City all over the place too. I was like, as soon as I pulled up your website, I was like, oh shit, I've seen this.
Now, what made you
Everywhere.
decide on the big news?
We lost our first drummer. I asked her if she had practiced, and she said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Time to get a new drummer." And at that time, we were like, "Man, we got to change that name. That sucks." Because I'm tired of getting that question. That's not a question you want to get after every show.
Does it mean jizz?
Man, you guys are great. So jizz, right? Actually, I'm talking about gravy, like for real gravy.
Like some good gravy.
Yeah, I was literally talking about gravy.
And that's some 5-star gravy.
Do you like gravy?
I love gravy.
What's your favorite kind of gravy?
Ooh, I don't know.
Brown, white, mushroom?
I love brown
Baby?
gravy. Roast gravy. Baby gravy.
That's some good gravy.
That has come.
You ever been to there's a restaurant called Good Gravy on Western. They have like 42 different types of gravy.
Is it 5-star though?
I wouldn't say 5-star, maybe 3.5. 3.5.
It's all cum.
Yeah, it's hard for, all the gravy to be 5 stars when you've got, 50 different kinds of gravy.
Yeah. I mean,
Your heart's not in all of those.
No.
No.
There's some gravy
There's some
that
shitter gravy.
could have been left out.
yeah, there's some C- gravy. It's like, yeah.
I grew up in a
Did
gravy.
you say shitter gravy?
Yeah.
I grew up in a gravy household though. Like my grandma made gravy. My dad, growing up, once a week he made chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, and guess what went on top?
That's gross. No, I'm just kidding.
Some 5-star gravy.
If you're not putting gravy on your mashed potatoes, you should turn yourself into the government because you are a Nazi.
That's right.
But brown or white?
I mean, I'm vegetarian, so I have to go white unless it's mushroom gravy.
Did I say... can we do this?
Yeah,
I say brown. Brown gravy all the way. I hate white gravy.
I like white gravy on a chicken fried steak, but on potatoes, brown all the way.
Yeah.
My
Brown
grandma
all the way.
makes the best roast gravy that I've.
Dude, roast gravy.
See, now roast gravy, that sounds like a ska band.
Dude,
Right?
yeah.
Totally. You know what?
And there's no way that's come. Right?
Ugh, you'd be
Maybe.
very sick if
Sure
it
enough.
was.
Mm.
You know, much like our eggnog spectacular, I wish we just all had a big gravy boat to be sipping out of right
like
now.
I'll have my grandma make us some, dude. It's gonna
Yeah.
be so good.
Dude, boys gravy. Ugh. Right,
Let's start a ska
cops are at
band
the
right now
door.
called Grandma's Gravy.
Oh, dude.
Ooh.
I can play the skin flute.
Hell yeah, you can.
Keep drinking, buddy. You shouldn't drive.
So the old drummer left. You changed the name to the Big News.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it always just the 2 horn players, or did you have 3 at one point?
We've actually fired more people than is in the band currently.
Okay.
Have you ever been on Wikipedia and you scroll down if you're looking up a band and it shows the little graph of who's been in the band?
Oh,
Yeah.
ours would be terrible. Ours
Yeah.
would be so bad.
So, if you don't mind, why is it hard to keep a trumpet player?
Trumpet's not too bad. We've had 2 trumpet players, and the first one, he was super good. He's actually our trombone player's brother.
Okay.
And actually, it's kind of funny. I went to OCCC, and I sat next to this kid who was wearing a Streetlight Manifesto t-shirt.
Okay.
And you have to keep in mind, this whole time, I'm starting a ska band. And so I look at him, and I'm like, what do you do? He's like, I play trumpet. I was like, you want to be in a ska band? He's like, no. I'm like, okay.
What?
All right.
Wait. You're wearing a ska band t-shirt. You play trumpet, but you don't want to be in a ska band.
Nope.
Dude.
Nope. And
mixed
then
signals all day.
I was
Yeah,
like,
totally.
well, do you know anybody? And he was like, yes, I know this guy named Steven, and he can come, and he's really, really good. And he came to our practice, and he was really, really good. He's like, can I bring my brother? He plays trombone. I was like, absolutely. And so he brought his brother, and that's Daniel, who's in the band now.
Yeah.
And a little ways down the road, Steven didn't necessarily like playing shows. He's like, I love writing music. I love recording music, but I hate being in bars. He didn't drink.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this.
I'm guessing he didn't smoke either.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
actually, he
big one.
smokes like a freight train, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but he's sober.
Okay.
Super, super
All
sober.
right.
And he was like, I just don't like this. And he pushed the original trumpet player into the spot. It was just like, this is the guy. And that's the guy we have now. It's Ryan. And he is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like trying to keep people in, the biggest problem with that is we have a motto in our band: you're either obsessed or you're not in it.
That's a good motto to have.
Yeah.
You either want this is your career.
Wait, with music or gravy?
Gravy.
Okay.
Only if it's 5-star though.
Dude, I'm waiting
Yeah.
for like Big News to come out with their own gravy. It's like that 2-tone ska pattern, which is gravy.
It's white and brown.
Yeah, two-tone gravy.
Nice.
Two-tone gravy.
Hold on.
There's another
Damn.
I'm smelling a
Nice.
side project.
I'll buy that name off you for $10.
one. Okay. Sold.
It's really cool that like you still like have that drive, you know, like I hate losing members in bands, you know, and then it's just like
It sucks.
fuck, like we gotta find somebody else, and like you always have a fucking show booked when someone leaves, or like you're about to go on tour or something and someone leaves. It's like, yo, fuck this sucks so much. But it's awesome that like you guys have had that sort of like that drive to not get discouraged, and it's like we'll find somebody else. Like
When you guys are like I came into you guys
Yeah,
like
you
I
did.
guess not late in the game, but like I have heard the name around, but didn't know. I don't know what it was. I stumbled upon you guys. We were in Norman, hanging out, having some beers, whatever, and we're going out a back alley to go to another bar, and we're hearing like, you know, your classic horns and a little upstroke guitar. I'm like, is it fucking ska? So we go in, and you guys are playing. I'm like, this shit is fucking amazing. Who is this band? Big news. Great, I'm in it. And I thought, well, who does ska? No one does ska anymore. But apparently, it's fucking massive. You guys tour all the time, it seems.
Yeah.
You guys just play out. Do you get more response out of Oklahoma than here? Like, do you have like a huge following in Sheboygan or anything like that?
That is our number one.
Sheboygan, I would assume.
What state is that?
Wisconsin, I believe. It's a city I go to. Me and my wife joke about all the time. Like, and it stems from the Home Alone. John Candy's in the, what do you call it? Polka.
Mm-hmm.
Sheboygan, really big in Sheboygan. I always thought that was a funny name.
Wait, is that Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck, yeah.
I love that movie.
He's a good guy.
John Candy, never be replaced.
Dude.
R.I.P.
The shit. Can we take a moment
We
to
have to.
appreciate the
John Candy?
Candyman?
Moment of silence for John Candy.
Ooh, never heard him called the Candyman, but I like that.
I bet he ate some gravy.
I bet he ate some candy.
I bet he ate a lot of gravy. That guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he ate a lot of something else too.
By gravy, are we talking about speedballs?
Oh, right.
You think John Candy ate pussy?
Wait, I was like,
Yeah.
wait, you're not saying he's gay?
No, the opposite of that.
No, I thought we were going the Alice Cooper thing and that he ate shit.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Do you remember that? You never heard that? Rock and roll rumor?
Alice Cooper is a shit eater?
Rock and roll rumor was Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off a bat. Alice Cooper
He did
took a
that,
shit on stage and ate it.
Did he? I
That
hope he
is
did.
big news to me.
That is
I'm
the
pretty
big
sure
news.
it's a real thing.
That's the big news.
That's the motto. You either shit on the stage and eat it, or you're out.
That is the new band motto.
Oh God, we're breaking so much ground.
Are we
tonight.
eating
I
poop, brothers?
You ever ate shit, Josh?
No.
Not
I
even
mean,
on accident?
I've eaten an ass, but
How
I've
do
never eaten shit.
I pooped my pants in my adult life.
I've done that too. We talked about it on the last episode.
Yeah, Josh
Yeah.
shit his pants this Christmas.
I didn't mean to.
You never do.
Okay,
Well-
so tell me what happened to you?
Oh, well, I was watching YouTube and I had to push out a fart and I pooped my pants. I walked into my brother's room and I said, I pooped my pants. And he said, are you seriously standing in my room with poopy pants?
So you were sitting down then?
Yep.
So when that's different. That's like, it almost like pushes you up. Like you can feel it.
Went straight down my leg.
Oh, butterscotch.
See, mine, I was standing up, washing a dish, and farted, and at the tail end of that fart, you felt a little come out, like, ugh.
At the tail end, you got a tail?
Yeah.
It's never
There's a little turtle
it's
tail
never
sticking up.
good. Have you ever had any kind of thing like that happen, like on tour? Any kind of like,
Dude. Tour. Pooping in the nastiest bathrooms of all time ever.
Oh, yeah.
Every day. If you have a fear of pooping in public, that will go away on tour.
or tour life is just, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob, I've lived what I would call a semi-privileged kind of life.
I love that Third Eye Blind song.
I've been in bands. I loved playing music when I was a little younger. I'd still maybe like to do that someday if this is my baby now. But
It's a cool baby.
that was always my biggest fear. I'm pretty particular. Like I don't have a problem shitting in public or not at my house.
Yeah.
But dude, like my big fear was being on the road and being like, oh, because when it hits, it hits.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta shit now.
Yeah, and so
But
you're
there's,
like
like
6 hours away from anything.
Yeah, or you're just out in the middle of nowhere. It's the middle of the night, or early in the morning. That was always like this huge fear of mine.
We stop every 3 hours. Always. Because we switch drivers every 3 hours.
Well, you're a ska band. You got a lot of people in the band. So
Yeah.
People got pissed.
And we have a passenger van, and we've kind of set it up to where at any given time, we can sleep in our van. We have 3 bench seats, 2 captain's chairs. We have 5 people in the band. And so we always assume that we're sleeping in the van. And I think that's a problem that a lot of bands make, is they assume that they can get somewhere to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't. You can't always.
Dylan's got some stories about that.
Yeah, or or you're like, oh yeah, we can get somewhere to sleep, and you can't. But then, like, the last second, some super drunk person's like, oh, you can crash in my house. And then you do, and then you wind up feeling like you're going to have to stab somebody in Canada. That's what happened to me. Dude, that shit sucks. Like, I don't know, when I was on tour last, like, I assumed that we were going to sleep in the van from time to time, but the people that I was with were like, nope, not going to do it. Like, one time we paid for a hotel, which to me is cuckoo bananas when you're on tour. It's like, we aren't making enough money to spend on a hotel. Like,
Right.
we can just have a shitty night's sleep and just do that. Like, whatever. Like, we didn't find a place to sleep. We have a van, just sleep in the van. But I don't know. That's just me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So when you guys sleep in the van, is it while driving, like one person drives, everyone else sleeps, and like do it in shifts? Or do you guys like go to like a Walmart parking lot and sleep?
Well, usually we have a system, and we have a rotating arrangement. And so the way it goes is whoever is riding co-pilot has to stay awake with the person that's driving.
Right.
Smart.
And everybody else can sleep. Who's ever in the front passenger seat, that's who's going to captain's chair or the co-pilot next. And so you have 2 3-hour shifts to sleep.
So like like when you play volleyball, like do that kind of a thing? Right?
Yeah, you're like rotating.
Yeah, you rotate.
Yeah.
Coming
And
on
so-
tour with you guys sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds
It
great.
sounds very structured, and that's what I would need.
It
Yeah.
has to be
In my
because we
tour life.
fought all the time.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, I drove 11 hours. It's your turn. And they're like, no. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, we're about to fight in this bar parking lot.
So what you're saying is if it's not perfectly structured and you have to adhere to these rules, it's just going to create tension because somebody's going to skip their shift or not drive, and then somebody's going to resent the other person because they drive all the time. And
Somebody likes driving. Somebody doesn't. Somebody gets super drunk all the time. Somebody doesn't. And I'm not saying that's how it was in my band, but those are factors. And so somebody was going to wake up tomorrow morning and they'd be like, oh, man, I'm so hungover. Like, can you drive? And you're like, yeah, man, I like driving. And then you drive for 19 hours and then you're like, okay, I don't like anybody anymore. My mom called 6 hours ago and I'm not calling her back. Like, I'm so mad right now. And so it is mandatory. You only drive 3 hours. Doesn't matter if you want to. Doesn't matter if you don't want to.
I like that because I think driving anything over 4, like even I know I say this, I always get it wrong. Austin, for me, it's like almost 8 hours away.
I mean, with traffic, if you don't leave at the perfect time, you're looking at 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Especially if you catch traffic in Dallas, Waco, or depending on how you go, but Dallas, Waco, or Austin. Yeah, it's a 7 to 8 hour drive.
But yeah, I always use that drive as like, that's my go-to of like, that is the absolute longest I will ever fucking drive. Because by the time you get to like Waco, you're like, oh, get me out of this fucking car. I can't do it. So
And
3
see,
hours is good.
For us, that's 2.5 shifts.
Yeah.
And that's how we see it.
And that doesn't sound so bad.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know, it is kind of if you're like in the back seat and you don't want to be there, like, dude, can I just please fucking let me drive? I'm so bored. Like, no, sorry. No, it's not your turn.
Or the dude driving's going like 5 under the speed limit. You're like, dude, put that
I'm
pedal
dying
in the-
here.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea because, like, to me, and I don't know if this is how it is for other people, but to me, like, if you're in a band, like, I mean, yeah, you're there for the music, you're there to have fun and have a good experience, but also it is a job, and if you look at it that way, you're gonna get shit done, like, just better, you know, and that kind of keeps you in the mindset, like, yeah, if you get too drunk at a show and then you're hungover the next day, well, you know, don't do that because you have to drive 3 hours regardless. Like,
Yeah, like if you're on a list, I'm seeing you have like a chart
Yeah.
And everyone knows their schedule, right?
Wait,
Billy, you're driving after the show. We're driving to the next city.
I feel
so
like
don't
it's-
fucking get drunk, you idiot.
I feel like it's more of like a handshake thing. Like, you know when you're up.
We all memorized it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's official.
Yeah. Whoever was sitting co-pilot, you can, whoever's in what seat, know,
Nice.
okay, you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be there. This is not where we were.
Right.
This is wrong.
So
No.
like they're on deck. The
Yep.
person in the passenger seat, they're swinging the bat with the weight on it. They know they got to drive. Coming up.
Well, the thing is we try to split up. If you're a driver's seat, right, you go to the front bench seat and you take a 3-hour nap. The next shift after that, you're going to co-pilot, and then you get 6 hours of sleep.
Oh, so there's like some leapfrogging going on.
Yeah.
Here.
It's a well-oiled machine,
Dude,
there.
you should sell this. You should write a book.
You dig
You
that?
should, you should
Yeah,
write a tour
it's
manual or
so-
something. That'd be dope.
Economical.
Yeah.
Oh, we were just really, really, that first tour we went on, every drive was 11 hours. Every single one was 11 hours. And, you can split that up however you want to, but somebody's driving 7, one person's driving 5. No.
Yeah.
Those 2 people get to the show and they literally don't want to move.
That was like a West Coast tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every tour we've done 3 and they're all West Coast.
Fuck. So it's just
So
like a lot of driving everywhere.
So
Yeah.
you guys haven't done the East
Not at
Coast
all.
yet? Because it does make sense though. I don't know if ska works in West Virginia.
I don't know.
West Virginia.
Boise
New York?
loved it though.
Boise?
Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
And that surprised the shit out of me.
Oh, I'm sure like the Midwest just loves the fuck out of anything, especially ska. What's great about ska is I don't care who the fuck you are, how mad you are. If a ska band's playing and they're into it, like you guys are into your shows, you can't help but kind of be happy. It's like it makes you more jovial.
It's not Slayer.
Right.
Yeah. I've been jamming this week. I like all kinds of music. I bounce around. One day it's Post Malone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The next day it's, the Aquabats. And the last 2 days it's been Pantera.
Love Pantera.
Because I grew up on that shit, man.
Me
Like
too.
I loved Korn. I loved,
First album was best.
It was good. I liked the first few. Some
Hey,
like
man.
others.
It's peachy,
Yeah,
baby.
They really took a dive after the third album. But all that aside, I cut my teeth, as you would say, on Pantera. I had a Washburn when I was a kid. Like I was into that shit, man. And I kind of revisited it the last couple of days. And I'm just like, Josh and I, we rode to work together today, and we're on our way home, and we're listening to 5 Minutes Alone by Pantera. And I'm like, dude, he's angry. This guy, I was like,
You can hear it.
I was like, okay, all things we've read about him aside, you think this guy's angry? Like, there's just so much hate and so much power and emotion, which is cool. Like, I mean, the power, not certain power, not all the power, if you know what I mean. So,
A certain color of power.
yeah, not that one. But
Thanks, Phil and Samo.
but yeah, the thing about
Right.
ska is like, dude, you cannot put on, and I'm kind of a skimpleton, if you will. Like, I only know certain ska bands.
Skimpleton? I like it.
Oh, thanks. But
Hey.
I have a limited palette in the ska world. But like, there's not a ska band that I'm like, fuck yeah, like ska. Like it's happy, man.
No,
It's
you will
it's
never see
good.
some dude. There's not a pit at a ska show. It's dudes trying to skank. Do people skank? That still happen?
Yes.
Okay,
Try.
they try.
Yeah. But that's kind of what's beautiful about ska is that it's not about hurting someone.
Yeah.
It's not about punching someone in the face. It's about we're here and it's cool.
Dude, what skanking is you're dancing by yourself.
Yeah.
What is okay? So I know the word,
Mm-hmm.
but would you mind maybe?
I'm not gonna do it.
Come on, there's room.
You can't skank on carpet, bro.
You can't skank on carpet.
That's true.
Could I throw down some gravy? Can you skank
Oh.
on gravy?
Skanking on gravy?
Gravy skank.
Hold
Gravy
on.
skank.
No,
Oh!
skanking on gravy, a ska cover of Aerosmith's honking on Boba.
I love it.
Boom.
Sign it.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You were talking about Alice Cooper
Yeah.
eating poo poo.
Yeah. Is that on the internet?
Yeah, it's on the internet. It was actually like, I mean, obviously rumor. And it wasn't Alice Cooper. It was there was this big rumor going around that Alice Cooper and Frank Zappa were playing a show together, and they had a gross out contest, and Alice Cooper allegedly stomped on a bunch of baby ducks, and it's like, oh, that's super gross. And then to one up him, Frank Zappa ate steamed shit.
Go.
So there was an interview like a long time ago with Playboy and Frank Zappa, and the interviewer was like, "Oh, was that real?" And Frank Zappa was like, "No, somebody just had an awesome imagination and just thought that was a thing that existed, but it didn't actually happen."
Hold on. So you're telling me that Alice Cooper didn't get his head cut off every night?
No.
Hmm.
See, it's weird because I
My
saw
nightmare.
him live, and I swear to God it happened.
No,
Yeah.
what?
But then he just popped
See,
right
so
back up.
That's just your classic game of telephone.
Yeah.
But that's how you hear all these rumors when you're a kid growing up. Like, yeah, the Ozzy Osbourne, bit that of bet because he did, but we didn't have YouTube. I couldn't see a video of that. That was just assumed that he did that.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson got his ribs removed so he could suck his own dick.
That's one.
Yeah, he did.
He's also Paul from the Wonder Years.
There's that one.
I saw it.
You
No,
saw
I
the
was
dick?
just
I'm just kidding.
I seen
No,
it.
there's a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of. Richard Gere shoved the gerbil up his ass.
So did the Mathis brothers.
Yes, that's a local one, and that's why you don't see them on commercials.
Yeah.
But that's true.
Is that true?
I don't know. What is their names?
I think it's like some inside.
What?
Are they actually brothers?
The Mathis brothers? What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna go throw.
Whoa.
Actually, what it is? This is a Alex Jones, local Oklahoma City. Mathis brothers are not actually brothers. They are clones. They are homosexual clones who have sex with one another.
You know, I got to say, I actually listened to Alex Jones when I was a kid a lot. And then I got really stoned and I couldn't stand his voice. And that's when I quit.
He sounds like that step between hawking and spitting
that's
the
exactly
loogie.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how Creed sings with a marble? He swallowed it and he can't get it up.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's like lingering on the back of his hangy ball in his throat. Like it's just chilling there.
hangy ball.
You know, his little hangy ball? That's my ska band name. Hangy
I was gonna
ball.
say, dude, that's pretty good. We actually we switched our names for a while to Shaft in the Balls, and the sound guy is Shaft because he can fuck you at any moment.
That's very true.
Dude, the hits just keep coming.
We used to say that all the time until people started thinking that was our name.
Well, dude, that's a cool. Again, going back to ska, like it's fun, man.
Mhm.
Like, how long have you guys been doing this?
5-Star Gravy started in January 2014,
Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
and then
You're hitting your 5-year mark here.
the Big News we changed our name to the Big News in January 2015.
Oh, so pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pretty quick. All right. All right.
So that I didn't come late. I thought I came late to the game because by the way you guys were performing and the merch and shit, you guys had you guys have always been doing this for a while. But
Yeah,
no.
a little bit.
But I mean, I guess it was maybe 2 years ago when I found out about you guys.
Okay.
So you're still relatively fresh, but you guys presented yourself like an aged band of skanksters.
I want to ask.
Original skanksters. That's got to be a fucking thing, right?
I don't know.
Dude, I got ska puns out the ass.
Yeah, we've been working on them. So,
Oh, dude,
I got some rapid fire for you.
throw it.
So what I want to do is we developed this thing called the Skankability chart. And I'm going to name a band, and then Josh is going to name a band. Dylan, if you want to jump in, go for it. I don't know. We're going to name a band. Okay, good. We're going to name a band, and I want you to give us 1 to 5 skanks
Okay.
on the Skankability chart, 5 being the highest. Now, again, I'm kind of a simpleton when it comes to this, so it's going to be pretty limited. But I'm gonna start.
Okay.
And we'll start out with simple. We talked about them already. No Effects. I know they're a punk band.
That's
but
my favorite band, so that's 5.
5 skanks?
Yeah.
A solid 5 skanks.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Josh, you got one?
Rubik Fish.
I give them 4. I met them actually twice.
I feel like Aaron, the singer, seems like he would be the nicest guy.
he's actually really shy.
Is
Really?
he really?
But also, both times I met him, I was blackout.
Ooh. So you may not remember it correctly.
I stomped in a water fountain outside, and then went and talked to him.
Well, there you go.
And I said, "My name is Jacob. I'm from the Big News." He came out to our show,
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
and he was wearing like a baseball cap and like regular clothes.
He didn't have the glasses with the...
No,
With the
he
black
doesn't,
and white
he
on.
doesn't look anything like
pompadour.
that.
Hawaiian print shirt.
No, his entire personality is 100% different.
So
Not on
that's a
stage.
costume.
Yeah, kind of.
sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was just very shy, kind of standing in the back, and we were terrible. And I went up to him and I was like, my name's Jacob. I play in the Big News. Thank you so much for coming to our show. Here's our business card and our CD. I'm going to go away now before I embarrass myself. And then I went and passed out.
That's a good way
That's smart though.
to make an exit.
What band did you say?
Real Big Fish.
Big Fish.
My Real Big Fish story is funny. I have one, actually. So they played at the Boar's Head in Oklahoma City, which is actually on May and 63rd.
63rd.
It's now a Burlington coat factory, but it was called the Boar's Head when I was young, and I'm a little older, so it was a long time ago. I went. I was ready to skank, dude. I had some like army pants on and like a white shirt, a tie, some suspenders. I had some Doc Martens on. I think I had my hair pumped up just right, and I'm skanking. I'm doing my thing. You know, I'm feeling it, man.
Yeah.
I'm young. I'm not even drinking age yet, and I do some crowd surfing. Well, I get pushed up on the stage in the middle of their set, and like a baby deer, I just start kicking because I don't know. Like I'm like, I don't want to die. I don't want to fall on my neck and break my neck.
Yeah.
I unplugged the singer's mic.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't mean to. Just like it was so awkward and so weird, and it happened. And this was in the middle of the winter. It was snowing outside. Like I shouldn't even have been there because I came from Choctaw, so that's a long drive. The security guard just runs out from the side of the stage and grabs me and like wrestles me like violently, and then throws me down these stairs right beside the stage into the back door. You know those like industrial doors that open with the bar, like at school, like you push the bar and the door swings open. I hit that like with my face and open the door. I stand up and the door just goes chunk behind me. And I am behind this place. It's snowing. I'm covered in sweat. I don't have a jacket on. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? All my friends are inside. So I go around the building. I go back in. As soon as the person checking the door like looks away, I just bolt back inside the place. And they're like, come back here. And I'm like, fuck you. And I run in and I just get back to them. Let's get back to skanking.
Gotta
That's
get back to
badass.
skanking.
It was a good night.
That's awesome.
It was good. It was great. All right, another band. I'm going to say Against All Authority.
Ooh.
Haven't listened to much.
All right. That was another early one for me. I like them. Again, with the ska punk.
Yeah,
Not as much ska.
A band that did what STP did, and you could use STP oil. You can use that thing as their logo. Against All Authority, you can use the AAA thing as theirs.
Hey.
God damn it! I had one on the tip of my tongue, and I lost it. Okay, do you have any knowledge of any Christian ska whatsoever?
OC Supertones.
Okay. How about that?
Five Iron Frenzy.
Okay, Five Iron Frenzy.
Oh, I'm glad you brought them up. We actually stayed at a house in Denver, and we were sleeping in the basement, and it's kind of blocked off by some blankets.
Mm-hmm.
And we walk on the other side of a blanket, and there's a drum set, and behind the drum set says Five Iron Frenzy. And our drummer at the time, John, he was like, dude, that says Five Iron Frenzy. And I was like, yeah, it's probably everywhere. And
Denver, dude.
and the lady who was hosting us, she comes downstairs and he says, hey, that says Five Iron Frenzy above the drum set. And she says, yeah, my husband is the guitar player in Five Iron Frenzy. And we stayed there.
So you're crashing at the jam space.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I don't want to do. I met him at MXPX. He's a really
I love
shaved,
MXPX.
shaved head guy. Yeah, he was super cool.
Is he the one that plays like the Charvel or something? Like he
No,
plays like
okay.
a metal guitar?
Well, it depends on what you mean.
All right.
There's two guitar players in Five Iron. They've had a lot of member changes, but switching instruments they play. So their bass player used to be their guitar player. They have that larger fella playing guitar.
A robust gentleman.
He's a robust gentleman. Always wears
Band name.
bandanas, and he shreds. It's probably that. Dude.
Okay.
No, I love Five Iron Frenzy. As religious as they are, they're the perfect amount of goofy that you kind of want in your ska. Which is what I like about Roguefish. Aquabats, probably hands down my favorite. On a Skankability chart, where would you put Aquabats?
Haven't listened to much.
What?
I'm going to tell you. I am.
I'd say they're a solid 4.5 on
Yeah.
the Skankability chart.
Really?
All right, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Madness.
The Ridge. Well, one of the Ridge.
I dig Mad. I'm going to say something that's probably not very popular, but I don't necessarily care too much for Second Wave.
Okay.
Any of the stuff from English, it's just, I love it, but...
Like English Beat and Madness and
Yeah,
Madness?
the specials, like, I dig them for what they are. I can get down to it, but...
So you're not a mod, is what you're saying. You
No,
don't
I'm
put on
not.
the suit. You know.
All right, how about this? I'm gonna do a twofer here. No doubt.
I don't like No Doubt.
Really?
No.
Oh my god. Well, it's been nice. All right, see dogs. Listen,
Okay.
I'm a real doubter. Okay.
Here's one that people
No doubt.
call. Here's one that people call ska, but I fucking don't, and I get mad when people do it.
Creed.
Goldfinger,
They're right.
but they're not ska.
No.
No. Just because you throw some upstrokes in a song doesn't make you a fucking ska band, man.
I'm going to tell you this about me. I don't listen to ska predominantly.
Less than Jake.
I love Less Than Jake.
There you go,
Absolutely love Less
Bring
Than
it all
Jake.
back.
But like I said, I got started on NoFX.
Yeah.
So, like when I was a kid, if it wasn't punk, I hated it. You listen to AC/DC, that's cool. That sucks.
Welcome to my world.
You listen to Pink Floyd, that sucks. You listen to anything that isn't punk,
That was
I don't
all
care.
me. I grew up with my grandpa though.
Well, I grew up. My dad. Me and him had the longest argument. He's like, "How do you like rock and roll without the Beatles?" Because I'm not a fucking hippie. I don't know what
Boom.
to tell you.
Burn.
Love the Beatles because I'm older now.
Okay,
Yeah.
but at the time,
At the time, I
Yeah.
was like, "This sucks."
I did that too in high school. I had a friend. We'll call him Baron. Is that a common name?
Yeah.
His name is Baron Trump.
Baron von Trump.
my dog's name.
He loved really.
Yeah, when I was growing up.
Oh,
He was a sweetie.
he was. Was he a pit bull?
What? No.
Weenie dog.
Yes.
What?
Long-haired Dotson.
You know
Oh,
your weenies.
Yeah.
He
He was a sweet boy.
I had a friend Baron in high school. He loved the Beatles, loved them, and I was just like, "This sucks. I hate this. It's
Yeah.
terrible." And then I love the Beatles.
I
like
love the
years
Beatles.
later, man. Later, I was just like, "What was I making fun of for so long?
I don't know.
Oh my god!"
Yeah, me too.
It was stupidity.
It was just the fact that everybody loves the Beatles.
Here's the thing, Robbie, because when you're a teenager, if it the way you said it at the beginning of the show was, it's not loud enough, it's not heavy enough. Like if it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
loud and heavy, like this is, if you want loud and heavy, and someone like, you got to hear the Beatles, they're so great. And you hear the Beatles and you're hearing, she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is some pussy ass shit. I don't
Yeah.
want this. I
Yeah.
do not want this.
I get into my dad's car and it's love me do. And I'm like,
No.
well, this sucks. You got any Marilyn Manson?
Dude, seriously, like,
Yeah, put on, she likes to walk with the silicone cock sticking in her ass. And one.
One in
Uh,
her
that's a
ass,
good one.
One in her coat.
dude, it's so good.
No
So
Effects is a
good.
great band.
I love that band.
They got into a little trouble though recently.
They did.
And it leads me into what we were talking about last week. Like, man, I'm just, and not to get political, but I'm just so tired of people being offended about everything. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many things on the show that like I want to say, and I'm just like, I have to like watch myself. It's like, that's just how I used to talk when I was a dumb kid,
Or
You
even
know,
4 or 5 years ago.
or even now.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not hateful, but things
I
are
was
funny.
I was actually really stoked when all of that happened with NoFX because that's literally what they do. Always. It's what they've
yeah.
always done.
Well, now you get to see them with Slayer at a
Yeah.
festival in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's great.
I know that they were banned for a long time in the U.S. And
Yeah, they're doing like their first show back.
since then, right?
Yeah, something. But it's again on this big ass festival.
What happened?
They said,
Well, not they.
Fat Mike.
Fat Mike, yeah.
Fat Mike always.
Uh,
He said, at least the people getting shot weren't punks
Okay,
in
so
Las Vegas.
yeah,
Yeah,
so they're playing punk rock bowling in Las
Okay.
Vegas. They're playing punk rock bowling in Vegas, and as Fat Mike does, he likes to stir the pot.
He's like the Louis C.K. of punk rock.
He's also on a lot of drugs.
yeah.
okay.
So but that's what he does. I mean,
That's what he's always done.
I've told stories of seeing him seeing him in Dallas, and he comes out, and the first thing he says before a fucking notice played is, "I'd rather be in Austin."
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, you're not. You're in. Why you got to be a dick?
Did you see him in 2014?
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
with old man Markley and Bouncing Souls?
Yeah. Oh, no. Shit. No. Nope. I wish I would have seen the Bouncing Souls. Shit.
Bouncing Souls are tight.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. So you're a punkman.
So he said, yeah, he was talking about the LA show, and
The Las Vegas.
Was
Las
that
Vegas
the
show.
Jason Aldean concert, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
something
that
like that.
country.
Yeah.
The
That shooting in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I just feel like that would, like, that's so stupid. I just feel like that would be like if there was a shooting in Edmond and I was like, well, at least my friends didn't get shot. And then I got in trouble for it. It's like, no, I'm not stoked that people died. I'm
Right.
just stoked that my boys didn't die. You know?
Was it a distasteful joke? Probably.
Yeah.
Every joke he makes is distasteful.
But that's the character of Fat Mike.
yeah,
I guess you want to call it a character.
yeah. I mean, that's how I felt. Like if you're a fan of NoFX and have been a fan of NoFX, you know he's not here to make you happy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And if you met him in person, probably wouldn't like him.
Yeah.
No.
No. I think he's a total asshole.
Yeah, and he is.
But he can write a really catchy hook.
Good. He's
He-
good at it.
He's good at playing bass on records, so that's cool.
Sometimes.
Well, there's that. Okay,
burn.
speaking of rock and roll rumors, he never plays bass on the records. Apparently, he pays Matt Freeman to come in and play bass on the records. That's why he sounds so good on records. That's a rock and roll rumor.
That'd make me cry.
I thought he had his ribs removed.
To suck Matt Freeman's dick. I don't know why you have to go through the whole process of getting the rib removed. I mean,
kneel down, bro.
Suck
All right, listen, we got to wrap up soon.
No,
You do that every week. You
I
know.
know. I want to keep
it's
going.
fun.
This is fun.
All
It
things
is
must-
fun.
All
It is
good
fun.
things must end. I know.
We do have to keep it short and sweet.
That's true.
Jacob, what is next for the big news? What's
Well,
coming up, man? I
in
know
the
you got a show.
In the story that I've told about the big news, I want to say this is that I am lucky enough to, through my adventures of trying to find the right guys, I think I did. I have guys who, like I said earlier, if you're not obsessed, you're not in it.
Mhm.
These guys are obsessed, just as obsessed as I am, and they put in work. We're required each to run the set every day by ourselves. And if you don't,
Smart.
you have to.
Yeah.
Super smart.
And everybody knows if you didn't. And so those guys do. They help me book. They help me do everything. So I just want to say that I have the best group of guys in my band, and I'm super lucky to have that. And what's next is that we have a show at 89th Street Collective with the Normandies and When the Clock Strikes, and they play Wolf on the 26th. And we're booked all the way to almost May.
It says here
Damn.
you also have a show the 25th at the Vanguard in Tulsa.
We do.
That's
that
my
true?
birthday.
Is it really?
Oh.
That's my birthday.
January
D-Boy and I
25th?
share a birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I love
not all
y'all.
they share.
Yeah.
Gravy.
Actually, you know what? My plan was
Wow.
originally to go to Tulsa, and I might still do it. Fuck it.
I'll
was gonna go-
probably be in Tulsa too.
I was going to have a birthday weekend. Tell you what, Friday night, January 25th,
Yeah.
D-Bag and I will
Wow.
be
Nope. Nope.
in Tulsa,
Dimebag Dylan.
and you'll see us at the Big News Show.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be in LA. You guys have
You
fun.
will be in LA.
All right.
You going to NAMM?
I am.
Nice.
I'm going. Fourth time.
Wow.
Oh,
Damn
okay.
you.
A lot of
So-
work. A lot of work.
I'm not going to have a chance to do this again because God knows we're going to have another ska person on the podcast. So can we go through some of our...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So mine was in case you're ever into Christian music. You're aware of religion, right? And Jesus?
No.
Okay.
What?
So
What is this?
I had this like great things for like Christian ska bands, and one was Skalter Call, like an altar call, Scalleluja, Skanktuary,
Oh, that's a new one.
and here's this: the choir, they would sing Skankability.
Damn.
Dude, you got your next 9 album titles right
got 'em all
there.
in
That's
there.
cool.
Yeah, I could just cover some Christian music. You know?
We already do.
Do you?
No.
No.
But kind of.
But you, I
Creed
do
covers.
like. Last time I saw you guys play at the Blue Note, you would throw in like riff covers, but not play them all the way through, just to like fuck with people. That's the best shit.
that's all I know.
Yeah, right. You play the riff,
Hold
like,
on.
All right,
In closing, I have to ask, what covers were these?
AC/DC, Rush.
All right.
I played Limelight one time, and this lady got up out of her seat and was like, "Hell yeah, girl!"
Just shaking her long tits.
And I was like, I don't know the rest of the song. And she got really mad and left.
Nice.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I do that every time.
Dope.
I've never really listened to ska. What song is like? What's like your favorite song? I guess
The Mighty Mighty Boston's impression that I get.
Dude,
I'm not gonna lie. That is actually
That's number one.
it's a one. Dude, the opening guitar, which is iconic.
Oh,
at this point.
dude.
The amount of compression on it
Mhm.
and just the perfect little amount of grit on it.
Oh.
It is a beautiful song. I will stand by that, dude.
impressions
Totally.
that I get.
impression that I
The
get.
impression that I get.
Okay, and Mighty what?
Mighty Mighty Boston.
Boss
Jesus,
tones,
Dylan, I'm
one
talking
word.
to another species over here.
I just like.
Can I ask you a question?
I had a
When you typed in Real Big Fish, did you type it REEL?
no.
Of course.
Of course he didn't, you dick.
I-
Why would he?
I like so one of my best friends in high school, he was really into Streetlight Manifesto and other like ska bands. That's the only one that I like knew.
Mhm.
And he would listen to it all the time, and he like loved it. But at the time, I was just like, I wasn't really into it. I feel like now though, I like it a lot more. But that dude was a fucking killer drummer. Like, I mean, he was fucking great. He taught me how to play drums too, and like he and I played music all the time. But it was one of those things. It was like he was a drummer, I was a guitar player. There was no way we were gonna like jam on some ska
Right.
with those,
No.
those two pieces.
Here's the thing,
but-
like I know we got to wrap up, but the after school, like, hey, let's jam. You can't just jam with a ska band.
yeah, I guess you could. I mean, if you had a friend that played trumpet, you could really tone it down
Yeah.
with those
Yeah.
three. But I mean,
But if you don't, like, the horn players don't show up, then you're the police.
yeah.
At that point, you know, that's
I love
Nobody
them
wants
too.
that.
Me too.
Ooh.
Now, okay. I know we got to close.
I know.
I need to wrap
We
it.
all have closing wrap ups.
I need-
Do we have to though?
I know. I have to ask you something, Jacob.
Okay.
Just to wrap it around to the intro of the show. I'm gonna wrap it up. What are your thoughts on bucket hats?
What is a bucket hat?
Burn.
Well, I don't. Like
Like fedoras?
No. Pull up a bucket, Dylan. Would
Yeah,
you?
that's what I'm.
Are you familiar with the band The New Radicals?
No.
Are you familiar with Gilligan from Gilligan's Island?
Yes.
Are you familiar with like an old fisherman?
Are we talking about like the Limp Bizkit hats?
That's the Fuzzy Kangle. So that's a
That
modified
is the best
bucket.
band name I've ever heard.
What's
The
that?
Fuzzy Kangle. Oh, what is my thought on those?
Yeah.
Oh my God, why?
Well.
Oh shit, why?
Robbie, I think.
No.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.